Yeah, sorry. Oh, I forgot to record. Okay. So okay, let's forge ahead. So like I said, these are the major pairs. Then when you come now, since we're trading in pairs, right? It's safe for you to know how these pairs are quoted, right? So I'll be using the example, like I told you, GBP USD, which is a Great British pound and USD, right? So anytime you have a pair, right? The first one is called the base currency, right? And the last one is called the quote currency. So we have the base and we have the quote. Now, can we see my notations, right? So this is the base and this is the quote currency. Now, what does it mean? It means that the base currency is always equal to 1. Now, what it means is that you are getting the quote for the base currency. So, for example, if you have, let's say, GBP USD, your quote price is 1.0876, right? Now, what it means is that you require 1.0876 United States dollar to buy one of Great British pounds, right? Now, looking at this, it just tells us plainly that the pound is stronger than the dollar, right? Do we understand? It just tells us. So please, I'll be sorry, I muted everybody. So if you want to just show, you can just show in the chat, or if you want, so that we are not distracted in the class, right? So the base is always 1, and the quote currency is the quote for the base. So it will take one, it's 1 GBP, 1 pound is equal to 1.0876 United States dollars. So this is a general rule of thumb for the currency pair. Okay. Okay. So I already said this, the base currency is always equal to 1. The quote is the amount you need to buy 1 unit of the base. Okay, let me clear the screen quickly. Okay, so anytime you see a quotation of you see currency pair quoted, we always have them quoted like this. So we have the base and we have the quote currencies, right? So this leads us to the next thing. How do we trade these currency pairs, right? We trade the currency pairs through brokers. So brokers are like middlemen that provide a platform for retail forex traders like me and you to be able to buy these currencies on the platform, right? Because it's a global market. So there has to be a middleman, the interface between you and the market space. So they serve as a middleman, they give you room. So they make their money by what we call spreads, right? So when they give you a platform to trade, they either charge you commissions or they charge you based on spread. That's the difference between the price that the currency is worth in the market and the price that the broker is offering it for. So this is how they make money, by providing you the platform for you to trade. So we have several brokers. They are everywhere. In short, they are the good ones, they are the bad ones, they are the Ponzi's too in the space. But one thing for you to always put in mind when you're selecting a broker is basically there are some criteria you have to look to select the right broker, from maybe trust to how long they have been in the markets. That will tell you that the broker is around to stay, because you don't want to give your money to a broker and maybe you wake up the next day and discover that the broker has filed for bankruptcy and all your money is gone, right? So the first thing you have to do is you have to make sure that the broker is regulated in known countries, right? Known countries But what I mean is not countries that are havens for money laundering. Like you see a broker say they are regulated in Cayman Island, right? You know that that's a red flag. But if you see brokers that are either regulated in the United States, in Switzerland, in New Zealand, in the UK, that they are good to go, right? So don't just don't go with brokers that hide regulate themselves in countries where anything goes. So you stick with the ones that are regulated in the major countries that we all know of. So you are safe to go. And also you are looking for a broker that has competitive spreads, right? Like I said, what spread? Spread is the difference between the bid and the ask, which is the amount of the amount that the currency is worth and what the broker is offering. That's a simple explanation. Then thirdly, the ease of depositing and withdrawing money from the broker, because you don't want to be able to deposit your money. Then when it's time to withdraw, you have to go through a long process, right? The next thing we'll go through is the trading platform, right? Now, these things are things that after this class, you can go, one of your assignments will be go and read up so that we go, because if I spend too much time on these things, there are things that you can as well just study. The main knowledge is coming in the next subsequent classes. What you need is coming in subsequent classes. So we have trading platforms. These are platforms that brokers offer you. So some brokers offer you their own independent platform but these are the major ones that are good and easy to use because of their interfaces, right? So we have the MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5, CTrader, MarkTrader, DexTrade, TradeLocker, and TradingView. My favorite among all of them will be the TradingView and the MetaTrader 5. So the assignment for the next class is for you to go on YouTube and just search for how to use any of this platform, MetaTrader 5, if you are new to Forex, or Meta TradingView. This will do you very good because most of our lesson will be done in TradingView. So it's very good for you to go and start getting a hang of how to use TradingView. I didn't incorporate it in this class because it's something you can do on your own. There are videos all over YouTube, 10 minutes, 15 minutes video that will teach you how to navigate TradingView in less than 20 minutes. You should know it, right? Then now it leads us to the next thing in the market, pips, right? So pips is the basic way that your profit is calculated in the forex market. Simply put, it means points in percentage or percentage in points. So normally is the fourth place after the decimal of every quote price. Every quote price you see is the fourth place. We have an exception to this, which are the JPY pairs, because the JPY pairs are quoted different by just 2 places after the decimal, right? So pips is what determines if the money you're making in the market, right? So price moves in the first market, price moves in pips. So we say price is moving by maybe 10 pips, 20 pips, or price is going down by 20 pips or 40 pips. So the movement of price in the forex market is what we call pips. So this is the smallest whole unit price move of an exchange. So now, briefly, I want to explain the pips, right? So let's just give 2 examples. You have GBP USD, right? So if price moves from 1.3056 to 1.3059, now what do we have here? It tells us that price has moved. What's the fourth place? The fourth place will be this, right? Will be, can you see my notations, right? Will be 6. So this is the fourth place after the decimal. So this is our pip movement, right? So if price moves from 1.3056 to 1.3059, now how many pips will we say price have moved by, right? Can anybody, let me unmute, can anybody, can you unmute your mic if you can, and just answer, or just drop in the chat? Anybody know the answer? So how much will you say price have moved from 1.3056 to 1.3059? Correct. So some of you are getting this, so 3 pips, right? Because I say the pip movement is the fourth decimal. So price has moved from 6 to 9. The difference is 3. So price has moved from 3 pips. So if price now, I'm giving an example of JPY because I said JPY pairs are different. It's the second decimal. So the pip will be this for JPY pairs. So if price moves from 141.87 to 141.88, how many pips will we say price have moved? Simple, price has moved by what? 1 pip. So price has moved higher by 1 pip. So we get same example for Euro USD, right? If we say from here from 709 to 10, price has also moved from 1 pip. So this is simple. Let's say for here, let's say I think this is a typo here, 1.3140 to 1.3050, right? So how many people we say price have moved upward? Price has moved by 10 pips. Are we understanding? Okay, let me just see your fire emoji if you're following. Just drop your fire emoji on the chat. Let me know you are following. Let me just know I'm not talking with myself. Drop the fire emoji on the chat. Let me know if you're following, if you're understanding, you're following this. Let me see you guys. Let me see you guys. Let me know that you guys are with me. Great, 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 great. Okay, so let's get this off. So we move to the next. So now it's very important that you understand this because this is, like we call it in the Nigerian parlance, this is the cocoa of this because you want to know how you are making money or peradventure, because losing is part of the business. There's no business that you don't generate losses, but what defines you as a profitable trader is when you make more profits than losses, right? So you want to know how much you are making by pips, right? So there's a relationship between the pips and what we call the lot size. So the lot and pips gives you a relationship that tells you how much volume you are trading and how much money you'll be making if the trade goes in your direction, or peradventure the trade doesn't go in your direction, how much money you will be losing. So the value of a pip is determined by the size, right? The size of your position in the market. That's the units of currency pair you are either buying or selling, right? So when you have a larger size, the value of the pip in dollars is going to be high. You have a lower position size, means the value of a pip in dollars is going to be lower, right? So the higher your position size, the higher the value of a pip. What determines your position size is what we call lot size, right? So lot size talks about the volume or the units of currency you are placing in the market, right? Remember when we started, I made mention of an analogy, right? Of you, the exchange man, the bureau de change guy that you go to go and change your dollar. The guy does not make more money when you just go and change only $100. It makes money in volume. So if you change with more volume, it's going to make money. So it's the same with the forex market, right? On the platform you trade. So the more volume you buy, the more money you're making. And also inversely, the more money you are going to lose if the trade does not go in your direction. Do you understand? So this chart basically tells us the relationship between the pip and the lot. So this is something to note because it's good. Right now we have tools in the forex industry that you can calculate this easily. They call them position size calculators, which you will know about in the course of our lesson, right? But it's always nice for you to know how to calculate because sometimes they can feel you can not have that time to punch the position size calculator quickly because a trade might move fast. So you need to know how to calculate it by heart, right? So we have 4 lot sizes, the classification. We have what we call the standard lots, right? We have the mini lot, we have the micro lot, and we have the nano lot, basically. So now the standard lot tells us that we are buying 100,000 units of a particular currency. So if it's Euro USD, you are buying 100,000 units. So for every 1 pip movement, that will give you $10, right? That will give you $10 for every 1 pip movement. That will give you $10. Then for mini lots, you are buying 10,000 units. So for every 1 pip movement, it gives you $1, and the volume in lot size is 0.1. The volume for standard is 1. Now the volume for micro is 0.01, which is 10 cents for every pip movement. Then the last one, most brokers don't provide this last one, which is called the nano lots, which is 0.01 in volume and is 1 cent per pip movement. So your position size determines the value of what you get in your lots. This will take us to the next thing. We might have, I'm going to reschedule shortly. So just stay there. I'm going to send the link. I'm going to send a link for continue because we have